Welcome to ERwin Data Modeler tutorial. In this session, we'll discuss about complete compare. In order to demonstrate the functionality of complete compare, what I have done is I've taken two similar models and I have made some changes so that when we compare, we can actually verify that our changes are actually visible in the complete compare. So what I have done in the left model is that I have changed the order in which the attributes are in which the columns are arranged. So here it's first name last name, in here it's a last name first name. And similarly what I've done here is I have picked an index. On the right model it's just x underscore student underscore 1. Have intentionally changed it to 1 to 3, and then I changed the data type for this element. Here it's varchar 21 and in here it's varchar 20, and I have added a new element in here, course schedule, which is missing from here, and I changed the name of an existing element in this model, and I changed the name of a relationship here to r underscore 151, whereas in here it's just r underscore 15. So once we do a complete compare, it should basically show us all these changes that we made between the two models. Complete compare does allow us to do a comparison between a model and the database, or a model against a model, or a model against a script. So let's get started with that. So I click the complete compare here, and it has automatically chosen the models for me. So this model is to the left of my screen and this model is to the right of the screen, and if I click next, it goes to type selection. This is the set where I'm setting the options on what I want to compare, and the next screen is where I want to filter the objects in my left model. So I can go in here and based on the owner list I can probably set here a few names here, and only the objects that satisfy that criteria will be shown in the left model. And when I go to the right, similarly I can set a filter on the objects on the right, and it will only pick up the objects that qualify that criteria. And I can also set a filter on what are the elements that I want to compare, and then this is the last screen, and in here I can choose few other options, like if I want to do a sensitive or a case insensitive or case sensitive compare, and then finally I say compare. And in this screen you can see that it has shown the differences, but let me go through one at a time. So I will show the objects which are present on both sides but they're not equal, and you can see here that the course name is same, but whereas the data type for them is different. Here it's varchar 20, it's varchar 21, and the relationship is there but the name of the relationship is different. And in here for the location entity, the building name, the name is different. Here you see the e missing there, and for the student entity, the name of the index is different. So those are the elements which are present on both sides, but they're not the same, they're differing in some way or the other. And let me remove that, and I'll just click this one here, which means basically show an aligned objects on the right. So it shows that on the right model there is an element called course schedule, but that is missing in my left model. And what I can do is click this option in here, and ERwin creates that element in my left model. If I had done the comparison against a model and a database, and I have chosen to resolve the differences, this option in here and this option in here, I can use it to generate the required alter scripts that I can run on the databases so that the differences will be resolved. And I can generate a report as well of what I have done. Okay, now once your comparison is done, you have resolved the differences, you also got the script to sync the objects either on the left or the right. What you can do is the kind of selections that you made or the filters that you have set, you can save all of them by using this session option in here, and say probably you can say that frequently used options for compare. And what you can do is next time when you do a comparison, you can directly load that session. So let me close it here and say if I go to complete compare, say this is my future session, what I can do is I can just use this load session here, select that and say open, and then I can quickly immediately do a compare and all my selection criteria and the filters that I've set are already there. So with this I conclude the session on complete compare. And the only reason I showed the comparison between model and not between model and database is because in the community edition, after the comparison it does not allow me to generate the scripts, and in few occasions it doesn't even let me resolve the differences. So that's the reason I showed model against model. Thanks a lot for watching.